you might be able to tell from my desk, I am journaling and I'm using up my scraps as normal. I just seem to have a never-ending supply. I don't know about you. Are you the same? Never-ending supply of scraps. And today I'm going to make some pieces for my journal. So if you need any help in decorating pages in your journal or getting some new ideas, bit of inspiration, then this is the right video for you. Okay, so we've got needle and cotton threaded. I use up my scraps of threads. I've got bits and pieces from my fabric scraps, and I've got some bits here, and we're going to use just these to decorate in the journal. So it's pretty blank at the moment. I haven't done a lot, so we're just going to make some pieces and put them straight in. No messing about. Maybe inking would be good. We'll just ink the edges of this one because it might pop out over the edge of the page. It might. I think it probably will. So this is a little bit of scarf that I have coffee dyed. What else we've got? I've got that. I might leave that for another one. We've got a bit of an old lace top that I've cut up and coffee stained. So you can just cut individual flowers off things. So we can pop that on. And a button. I'm sure I put some buttons in the bottom of here. Let's just get these out. I'm sure we're going to use them. Maybe not that. It might be a bit Christmassy. We've done Christmas. That one looks nice. I've got some green thread. And what we're going to do is we're just going to stitch this. And you can do this with any scraps, just making clusters. There's nothing like just creating something out of all the junk on your desk. And that's basically how I like to craft. Just grab out a few scraps, a few leftovers, and make some ephemera. Nobody else is going to have these pieces of ephemera. They're pretty unique. So, you know, your journal's going to be very special. Nobody's going to have the same ones. So, looking a bit plain here. So we can add something. Maybe a stamp, or what's this? Yeah, I don't like the pink around the outside, so we'll just trim. Let's back this onto something. What have I got? I have got a bigger box. More scraps. Never ending supply. Oh, that looks nice. This is just a bit of the end of, I don't know, newspaper, I think. Newspaper. Now, is the glue going to work today? Let's see. It's always a bit of a 50-50 with ink. Ho. No, with ink. With glue even. I know what I'm talking about, really. I do. Right. So we'll glue that onto there, and we're going to cut this pink off because we don't want the pink. Doesn't really go. And now obviously the edges are far too straight. Far too straight for my liking. So we need to give them a bit of a edge. And find my sponge, which has now disappeared. There it is. Just pop this around the edge. And a bit more glue. You stay working. That'll be lovely. Lovely. I'm going to pop this little bit of a magazine cutout from somewhere, don't know where, onto there. And we're just going to glue this onto the page edge. Now, We're going to leave this sticking out because, you know, it's fun to have stuff sticking out past your page edges. If you tucked it right in, it could then be a tuck spot as well. I don't think I've left enough room on this one. Maybe we'll make another one and we'll leave more room. What else have I got? Here we go. What's this? This is a piece of card that I've put tissue on and painted by the look of it. That's a nice tall one. We could do a whole page. Yep. Maybe we'll just take off the top and the bottom because it's very straight and we don't want straight. So we're just going to make it a bit more organic. That's the best way to describe. No straight edges. Organic. I just think it looks so much better. If you don't, leave yours straight. There's no rules in junk journaling. You do it your way. So what have we got we can put on here? Well, straight away I've seen this, which I think, oh, you know what we could do with this? We could make a belly band. Yep, that would work. So let's just trim this. I've got these little fabric clippers, so they'll work. And we'll just glue the top and the bottom. And this is how I do my journals. I just play and see what happens. So we'll pop that on there. And if we do that really tight, just hold it for a minute. Oh, maybe not that tight because now it's buckling. So not a good plan. Okay, stay there. Right, and I do quite like this. I should really, oh no, that's exactly the same colour, so that's not going to work. Got a green ruffle, but that won't work. I've hand stitched that into a ruffle. That's not going to work because it's very silky. So I have got my fabric glue. There it is. I'll get that out as well, just in case I need it. What we can do is just make a ruffle out of something else. I've got some dressmaker's tissue, so we could fold that up. Okay. And then just add a little bit just there to keep that all together because I don't want it all coming undone. And then we can just attach the top. Well, we should have used fabric glue, but we should be all right. And maybe we'll just ruffle this up and glue it down as we go. Why not? Why, they say. Why? And I'm saying, why not? Just give something different to your page. Glue it there and then glue it to your bit of ribbon. And we'll just glue that down. And we just need something on the top, which will be... Let me bring that lace back. Does it look any better? Nope. I've got these, but I don't think this will work. These are in my pot. I'm not very keen on blingy. I've got this. I could put this on. This is just a word that I believe I had. I've had this for years. It was when I did the design team for Happiness in Crafting. I had that. So yeah, it shows how long ago that was. I could just put this on and decorate this. That looks quite nice. And this is how long it takes me to decide what I'm going to do. And I've got this, where this has come from, I don't know. I don't want this. That's too much bulk. So we can take that off. Ooh. And we'll glue all this down. And put them there. Move you out the way, else I'm going to get glue on you. Pop this on. And there we go. Dream it. I quite like putting my belly bands and pockets on music paper because it gives a nice background and then you're not wasting writing space. Pop it on. And now, of course, we've got to make a tag for underneath because we need a tag in there, don't we? So pretty cool out of scraps. I hope you agree. Let's make a little tag for underneath. I'm going to make it out of some scrap paper. So we've got, what have we got? Got some of this. I'm sorry, I'm doing this with, and you can't even see what I'm doing. Got that, which I can use the back of. Bit of Edith Holden there. Some grungy paper. Right, let's see. What's that? Oh. So how big is our tag? It'll be smaller than that. So I think probably that big. So all I'm going to do is glue these to make a tag, just like join them together if you like this. Just winging it, guys, winging it. I've got a little bit there that's extra glue, so I'm going to grab some book page, well, newspaper print actually, and we're going to put that on there because I've got a gap. I've got a what do you call it? Not a gap, a bit of extra glue. Don't waste your glue. There we go. I could probably do this with a glue stick, but I've started now. And we'll have a little bit. How tall? That was as tall as we could go, wasn't it? Not that tall. We could fold that over. I've lost it. I've left it dangling up so I can see. And we've got a couple of centimetres, but I think I might stitch round this in the end. I'm going to pop that bit on there, but I'm going to ink it. Should have inked the other bit. Where am I going? That way. So most of it, except for that corner, just ink. Ink, glue. Oh, I'm doing really well today with my words. They're coming thick and fast wrong. There we go. That can be the base of our tag. In fact, that could be the tag on this side. That looks nice. And this can be the back. We can write on that. A little bit of writing there. If you want to. We could bevel the edges. Don't need to have anything fancy. If you've got a corner rounder, use that. I have got one, but it's up on my shelf and I just want to get this into my book. So, and this is a lovely picture on there. What we need now are just maybe some words or something. I have stamped words, which would probably work on there. As you can see, you don't need anything fancy in junk journals. You just do Do your own thing. Use what you've got. And you'll end up with something pretty unique, just to you. So, there you go. One little tag. Tucked in. We can put a tuck on a... You know what they're called? Tab. So that's two things. What else can we make? I did make this, which is like a little flip out fabric on some fabric hinges. I don't know if I showed you that one. Right, what else have I got? Can I do with this? I've got a little piece of pie. Oh, I like that. I love all this crunkled up. Crunkled. Crunkled is a word. I've just made it up. Now, I did see in this basket, that piece of card I had. It's a perfect size to use to put a backing on. And I've got some little elements here. Maybe that one. Let's use something different. And again, we're just gonna give it a little bit of an ink up. This needs a lot of an ink up because it's white. Everything has to be inked. So let's create a little something cluster topper. I'll pop that on. We'll use some fabric glue because I've found it now, and we'll glue this fabric over the top. Oh, it's a bit grungy, isn't it? Let's take that off. I'm going to pop that on there. And I like this. I'm going to pop that on. This is, what did I do? I embossed, you know, with the embossing sheets, and it all fell to pieces. So I'm using them. I've used the wrong glue. I'm using them because I can, and because they're going to be wasted if I don't. So now I do have a stamp, but I think one more thing, I need something else. Nope. Honestly, this little box just keeps filling back up again. I feel like I need a word or something on there. I don't know why I always need words. Oh, what's this? Ooh. We'll have a number. We'll have a number. We'll have 23. How about that? Put that one back in. Let's have number 23 because why not? And we'll glue number 23 down, and then we'll put the stamp. And we can just glue that down. Now, where should we put it? Should we put it at the top? We could have it sticking out the top, couldn't we? If I did it there, I could turn it into a paper clip. I could do that. Ooh, let's do that. I do think things through, not... I don't do these very often, but I think what you do is you glue that bit down with some tape. You don't glue it, you use tape. Carol's muddled way of journaling. But this just goes to show you do not need to be an expert at all. Journaling, especially junk journaling, is just all about using what you've got and just enjoying the process. Let's put that in the middle. Hold that down. That's too much. This is real life. I'm not going to tell you everything's perfect. Sometimes you cut the tape too long in life. Right, so that's on. And I think all I need to do now is cover the back of that with something. Okay, so I just need a bit of cardstock. And I can just cover it like that, can't I? So I think my easiest way to do that is to just cut. Should have done this first. Yep. Basically, should have done this first. I'm going to do it this way. How not to junk journal. Keeping it real. Keeping it real. Okay, and we're going to glue all this and stick it down. And there we have a little hidden paper clip. It fits nearly. Look at that. Nearly fits. And this is why I love grungy journals, because it doesn't have to be perfect. So now all we need to do is clip that onto there. Ta-da! And we now have a space for a tag or a picture or something. So we've got a picture. We could pop that on. There we go. So if you enjoy grungy junk journaling, then have a look at this video coming up next. I'll see you soon.